Hello, everybody, and welcome to Conversations with the Quick Flick Critic After Show. I'm still with filmmaker Jimmy Olsson. He's talking to us from Stockholm, Sweden. Jimmy, thanks again, man, for joining us.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. 3 rapid fire questions. Here we go. Number 1, you are in, as I mentioned, Stockholm, Sweden right now. What do we being the rest of the world, and really specifically us here in America, what do we maybe not know about Sweden and the Swedish people that would be interesting and may kind of catch us off guard, in your opinion?
Oh, that's interesting. We are known to be, the opposite of you guys when it comes to, openness.
Yep.
That we are shy and, dry and boring. But we are, really not.
We're not, man.
We're quite sociable.
Right in the job, buddy. Come on now.
And also, for some people, politically, we are known to be, almost communists.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Oh, I know. But you know what, though? Accurate and fair, yeah. Both those observations globally. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the 2 big things that because we are watching a lot of American shows, obviously, and when it's election time, it's I remember Trump said, "Oh, look what's happening in Sweden," riots and stuff, and that was fake news. So
good.
and we're being called Nazis in Russia at the moment. So yeah, difficult times to be a Swede, man.
Well, it's, you know what though, and you're fiercely proud. My dad, I did tell you, is native Norwegian. The Scandinavians are a proud lot. They know who they are. Sweden was essentially open during the pandemic, right? The country never.
Yeah. Because we are people, we listen to authorities. We don't really question them, or we have a recommendation system. So when the authority says we recommend you not to do this, we don't.
Okay.
We don't have nothing is forbidden, basically.
Yeah.
When the pandemic was getting really, really tough and worse and worse, we didn't have a lockdown, but a lot of things were closed down.
Okay.
But in Norway, for instance, they had a proper lockdown.
Yeah.
Where the authorities was calling your house and checking you and stuff.
Kind of like Australia. Yeah.
But we did fail in some, with the elderly. We in the beginning that was a shit show, to be honest.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've been, I think we've handled it quite good.
I think you did, and we can go on and on about this, but it seemed like panic didn't set in Sweden. Initially, we didn't know what the hell we were dealing with, and then we did, and this country should have opened up long before it did. Sweden did. Sweden said, be reasonable, be sensible, and if you're elderly and have underlying health conditions, we're going to, initially, apparently this didn't happen in Sweden, but we're going to separate and protect you because that has to happen. Everybody else, we don't want to destroy your business or your life, let's carry on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, and we spoke about music, and I showed you that I don't really remember the group when they were together, but my favorite guys, the Fab Four, the Beatles.
Have you seen the documentary Get Back?
Jimmy, I could go on and on about this. My whole life, seriously, exactly.
Yeah.
What I was begging for is to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
In the studio when the Beatles were doing their thing. It was flipping unbelievable.
Amazing.
I was stunned and amazed.
Yeah.
Just speechless the entire time.
Yeah, me too.
Even just the bullshit, the arguing, the drinking, the banter back and forth, the creating these great songs right in front of us. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know. Amazing.
I almost am speechless, and I'm a guy who talks all the time. It was perfect. And Peter Jackson, maybe I wasn't a fan before, but now this guy, I like you. It's just one of my all-time heroes. Good Lord. And the footage was preserved.
I know, yeah.
And then he enhanced to the point that he did. It's heaven. Heaven on earth, this guy. Absolutely, no question about it. Speaking of music, some of your favorite musicians, some of your favorite singers, bands, through the years, people that you say that you cannot, like for me with the Beatles and some other people, certainly I love Bach. But for you, who are those musicians like these? This is the best that it can be music-wise.
Well, I listen to a lot of music, obviously, but and I listen to mainly classical composers and musicians.
Good.
But I also listen to neoclassical, meaning like new artists who mix electronic elements into strings and pianos and stuff. So
yeah,
I listen to this. There's a German guy called Nils Frahm. He's a neoclassical, almost art music. But if I say art music, people will get frightened. It's not tough. It's really, really lovely. And there's a Polish composer. She's lovely. I saw her in Vienna this May. She plays a lot of piano and strings and stuff. But also, I grew up when electronic music has been my forte. Kraftwerk, it's still, I think, for me, the best group in the world. Depeche Mode, I listen to a lot. But nowadays it's a lot of Icelandic composers. There's something cooking on that island. Olafur Arnalds is doing a lot of motion picture soundtracks. Quite well known nowadays, and of course Max Richter. He's like the new Hans Zimmer, but better.
New improvement.
Yeah. So because I like to listen to vocal-less music when I write, so to really see the pictures, when it helps to see pictures.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You spoke about Iceland, and again, this is in the caveat of Scandinavian sensibility and creativity. I'm in the midst of watching on Amazon Prime an Icelandic TV series called Trapped.
I know of it. Yeah,
maybe I'm watching it. My sister lives in Texas, where I grew up. And we said, well, let's watch something together because I review films, and we'll see what we think about this. And she'd seen a bunch of series from some article that she'd read with her boyfriend, and said, well, pick from this. So I picked Trapped. I can't recommend it highly enough.
It's good. It's really good. Yeah,
it's really good. And
I think it came out a couple of years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, it came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
They got into a season 3. I'm not sure what happened. I'm at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
But it's really well acted, well produced, shot in Iceland. The weather oftentimes, and you can relate to this, is just grim. And
I know.
They're small village people, and it centers around a murder mystery, and they're acting in. This is not special effects, man.
No, I know. It's a beautiful island. It's a beautiful island, man. If you like, gray.
yeah, exactly. If you like gray and drab.
But it's a small island. It's only like 300,000 inhabitants there. It's like really, really small.
Yeah.
But I'm amazed that they can produce such wonderful actors and actresses and athletes and composers and whatnot. It's amazing.
It is. It boggles the mind, and you can. I don't know if this makes sense, but and I see this in various countries, foreign films. The pride exudes from what. Listen, we know nobody thinks about us here. We know we're at the end of the earth. Hell with you, we're Icelanders. We're damn proud of it.
Yeah.
Whether you care about, whether you don't, we know you don't think about us. I guess it's the Scandinavian and Viking in me and all of us or whatever, but I will always embrace that mentality. Okay, cool. Final question, and this is something it's beginning to be a kind of a basic, because I find it interesting to see what people say. If you could have dinner with 3 people, alive or dead, 3 people who exist or have existed, and just ask them whatever the hell you wanted to ask them, who do you believe, just kind of off the top of your head, and you'll probably think of some later, most people do after the interview, who do you believe those people may be?
Well, one of them is Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yep.
Because he created music that it's almost alien, like 300 years ago, and
yeah, genius.
So I want to talk to him about that a little bit and see if he's a hoot.
Yeah, I bet he is.
I don't know. He might be.
Yeah, he's serious about his music, but yeah.
Yeah, and the second person would be probably Andrei Tarkovsky.
Yeah.
The filmmaker, Russian filmmaker.
Yeah.
And the third person would probably be, let me have a quick think. I think, yeah, why not? Michelle Obama.
Okay, that is a
would be a cool mix.
It's a cool mix, and the conversation would never get dull.
No, it will be a
it would be to share some bread and some wine and talk to those three people. I think that would be yeah, well savored. Jimmy Olsson, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being part of the after show for a conversation with the Quick Flick Critic. Jimmy is featured in the episode that this after show comes out of. So again, I want to thank filmmaker Jimmy Olsson for the interview on Conversations with Quick Flick Critic, and then being a part of the after show here. That'll do it for this edition of the Conversations with the Quick Flick Critic episode. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you nothing but good things, as always, as does Jimmy. And until next time, and I say it's a catchphrase, but I mean this from the soul, listen, learn. We've learned some stuff today, too, and that's always cool. Laugh. What's wrong with it? Do it as much as you can, over and over again. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.